For 28 years, apartment 4B appeared completely normal. Rent was paid, utilities stayed on, and nothing ever raised concern. On paper, someone was living there. But when the door was finally opened in 2026, investigators didn't just find a life frozen in 1998. They found something far more disturbing. What you're about to see is the fictional title, The Disappearance of Evelyn Marlowe. Evelyn Marlowe was 52 years old when she was last seen in October 1998. She lived alone, kept to herself, and followed a routine that made her easy to overlook. After that final sighting, she was never seen again. But nothing triggered alarm because nothing changed. Her rent continued to be paid, accounts remained active, and from the outside, it looked like she was still there. Inside the apartment, time had stopped. A newspaper sat untouched. A calendar remained open to the same month, and everything suggested she had simply stepped out and never returned. But people don't disappear and continue paying rent for nearly 3 decades. Financial records later showed that the payments weren't just automatic. They were maintained, adjusted, and actively managed over time. Someone was controlling it. That means whoever was responsible knew she was gone. The timeline reveals a critical gap after her last sighting, where all physical activity stopped but financial activity continued perfectly. If someone vanished but their life kept running without interruption, would you question it? Or would you assume everything was fine? Online discussions later suggested this wasn't neglect, but intentional maintenance, a system being used as a disguise. The reason it went unnoticed is because everything worked too well. No missed payments, no complaints, no reason to investigate. The silence itself became the cover. In 2026, new management reviewed long-term units and flagged apartment 4B for being too consistent. When they entered, they found Evelyn's remains in the bedroom, confirming she had been there since 1998. But the investigation didn't stop there. Payment records led to a secondary account opened shortly after her disappearance, linked to a maintenance worker who had access to the building at the time. He had quietly continued the payments for decades, ensuring no one ever questioned the apartment. He was arrested soon after, and investigators concluded that Evelyn never left that unit. For 28 years, she remained hidden not by accident, but by design. And it raises a question: how easy is it to erase someone if you understand the system well enough? And how many doors remain closed today, not because no one is inside, but because someone made sure no one would ever look?